Hey, everybody, welcome back to One Thing for Certain. So, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. I went and spent some time with my mom, and that's always interesting. So, tonight I really wanted to go live. I don't know what's going on. I reached out to YouTube. I'm having an issue setting up my camera and the channel to actually go live. So I'm hoping to get that worked out in a couple of days. But until then, trust me, I'm never with a shortage of topics. I mean, I've got topics that is going to last, never ending. So even though I wanted to go live, I can promise you that I got enough topics until I get that worked out. So what I want to also do is not only, as you notice, every video I start with it thanking a new subscriber. So tonight's new subscriber is Curly and Cute 644. Thank you, Curly and Cute 644, for being a subscriber to the channel. Thank you for your support. And like I tell all the new subscribers, share it, tell your friends about it. It helps us keep growing. So I'm adding the fact that I also want to read messages that I'm sent. I get sent a lot of messages, and I always get permission. And I say, especially if I get one that I think is really, really nice, I'll ask, is it okay if I read it to the channel, to the subscribers? If they tell me yeah, I'll read it. So tonight's tonight's message is from the third shift workers at Chippingham Hospital in Richmond, Virginia. They watch my channel while they're working third shift. So let me read it real quick. It says, "Hey, LA and Hollis. I say Hollis because I assume eventually he'll be back, fingers crossed. I want to send a quick message about last week's video. Can I just say, my brother, you were really preaching. I bet me and my girlfriends at work said amen about 4 times while you were talking. I have seen all your videos and you seem to be on point every time. So from the third shift workers at Chippingham Hospital in Richmond, Virginia, keep the videos coming." Well, thank you. That kind of made me laugh when I read it. And I'm going to tell you why. My mom has always hoped that I would be a preacher. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But she's always wished that I'd be a preacher. And so the fact that you and your friends say I was really preaching last week, that's what made me laugh. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I mean, a lot of times, not a lot of times, every time I say something, I'll say this a million times. It's something I've either experienced or I know it. Experience is a good teacher. You can read all the books you want to read. You can watch all the movies you want to read. You can do whatever you want, but nothing helps you out more than experience. And so unfortunately, like I said last time, sometimes it's been good experiences, sometimes it's been bad, but it's an experience nonetheless. Now, tonight's topic is, in my view, out of all the videos I've made, this one is really means a lot to me because this one is actually from a parent because she wants help because her daughter got her heart broke for the first time. Her daughter's 16 years old, dating a guy at high school. At high school, that broke up with her, broke her heart. Daughter's been crying. So the mom said it's been a couple of times that the daughters watched the video with me. So the mom reached out and said, "Hey, this is the situation. My daughter's going to be watching. Can you give her some advice on how to get through this breakup?" So I want to make sure I'm on point because children are impressionable. So I need to make sure that I'm giving her, am I the cure-all? Probably not. Heartbreak is not easy to get over, especially when you're 16 years old and it's your first one. The only good thing I took out of that message that her mom sent is the fact that the little guy told her why he was breaking up with her because he liked somebody else. So at least he told her the truth. He could have just lied and said, "Hey, I want to concentrate on football." And then you walking down the hallway at school and there he is with his new girlfriend. So at least he told you the truth. And I can only imagine being heartbroken like that and then having to walk the halls of that school with him with his new girlfriend. So I can imagine, yeah, your daughter probably is hurting a little bit. And so I'm going to try my best, ma'am. Again, am I the cure-all? I doubt it. I'm going to try. I'm going to say what I think she can do to help. Whether or not it works, I hope it does. Because I mean, reading your message, I felt bad. It really made my heart hurt for her. because the fact that you said you walked past her bedroom and heard her crying because this little guy broke her heart, and it meant a lot to me, a lot. I was telling my cousin yesterday, he reached out to me, for Thanksgiving, and we were talking, and I said I don't even know if I want to do the video because she's gonna be hanging on what I say. And he just said, look, man, he said, me and my wife watched that video. He said, you got something special. Say it. He said, I don't know what it is about how you say it and how you mean it, but you know how to make people feel better about things. So I'm going to do my best. So I also did something I have never done on this channel. A lot of people probably don't even know I do this. A lot of people know I've written a book. I'm actually I revamped the second book, and it's almost done. It was supposed to have been released a few months ago. There was an issue with the IBN number. That's been resolved, but I just stopped. I didn't want to go forward with that book. I wanted to revamp it a little bit, so I'm almost done. But I also write poetry. So I wrote this poem for this subscriber's daughter. And I wanted to start off by reading the poem, and then I'll go into my advice on what I think can help you. I don't know if I'm going to help, but I'm going to try. So with that being said, let me read this poem. The title of the poem is called The Pain Will Fade. So here we go. The days seem longer now since we've been apart, and the nights are even worse with this pain in my heart. Some days it's a memory, or sometimes even a song, that makes me question, ask where did it all go wrong. I have to remind myself that this feeling won't last for long, and no matter what happens, I have to stay strong. Being strong will be tough because I think of the memories that we made, but I know one day I'll wake up and this pain in my heart will fade. So again, that's a poem that I wrote, and I wrote that specifically for your daughter. So if your daughter's watching, you said she would be, I hope that helps. And I'm going to try to go into a little detail here. There's the part where I said that it's going to be tough. And it will be tough. It's not going to be easy. Heartbreak never easy. Anybody that's ever really had their heart broke is not easy to deal with. Now, something that I want to say to you and just anybody else out there, that whether you dealt with a divorce, a breakup, if you're in a relationship now that's on the bubble and you don't know what's going on, if it's one thing I know, you can't make somebody love you. You can't make somebody want you. You just can't do it. You can try. But when that's a bad feeling. Because one thing that I know, and I know you're doing this because I've done it myself. That's why I put it in the poem. I guarantee you're questioning yourself, wondering, what did I do wrong? Where did I go? Why doesn't he like me? Sometimes it's not you. It's not you. Sometimes you can't read their mind. You can't control their feelings. You can't. All you can control is your feelings. And that's what I want you to do right now. And I want you to, if your mom is sitting with you, and this is what you message me and promise me you'll do this right here. When you go back to school on Monday, I don't want you to go back to school with your head hanging down. I don't want you looking sad. You walk back in that school and you keep your head up. I'm going to tell you why. You don't give him the power over you. Okay? Don't give him the power over you. Don't walk around moping. Don't sit in class not talking to your friends. I want you to go there and I want you to laugh with your friends and you do what you normally do. And I know it's probably going to be hard to do because you're hurting still. But believe me when I tell you, you don't want him to see you moping. Some people get a thrill out of knowing they got the power to make you feel bad. And don't let this guy have the power over you. I have a friend that's also a teenager, and she asked me for my advice, and I told her, don't be an option in the relationship. And if this guy dumped you for another girl, you were an option in that relationship. And I know you're young, but you're not too young to understand when you're an option and not a priority. And I especially want to say it to these college people and these high school people that date these athletes that play basketball, football, soccer, whatever the case may be. I get it. They're in class, they play sports, they don't have a lot of time. But trust me, if they care about you, they find time for you. The thing about dating an athlete in college or high school is because most of the time, from my experience, they're the most popular people in school. The athletes are the most popular people in school. So guess what? It's going to be a lot of temptation out there. It's going to be a lot of people that like somebody that you're dating. And you just got to hope that that person that you're dating or you like or whatever the case may be is strong enough to resist temptation. Now, clearly, this little guy won't because he broke up with you and he started dating somebody else. And you know what? This might make him feel better. I guarantee you he's probably going to do the same thing to this girl. He's 16 years old in high school, and he's already bouncing from girl to girl. You probably dodged a bullet. Trust me. Okay? You probably dodged a bullet. Because you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. He does not deserve you sitting in your room crying. Because when you're sitting in your room crying over him, you're giving him another day that he don't deserve. So let it go. You are much better than that. I told my friend the same thing. She's close to your age, and I told her the same thing. You're worth way more than that. And I know that personally from her because I'm close to her. But know your worth. And you're young. You got your whole life ahead of you. Trust me. And I'm hoping that this ain't your first heartbreak. I'm hoping it's your last. But look, it only gonna make you stronger. And the good thing is, if you want to say there's a good thing, I don't want to say it's a good. I don't want to say it like that. Heartbreak's never good. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's good that it happened when you're at that age, because it makes you stronger for the future. Because you're only 16. You got a lot of dating ahead of you. A lot of dating ahead of you. So you're at the age now where you need to learn and figure out who really cares about you. Because this guy didn't care about you. If he moved on to you to another girl like that, again, the good news is he did tell you. He didn't lie to you. He said, I like somebody else. And I get it. That can't feel good. I can only imagine how that made you feel. Because again, that's why I wrote in the poem, where did I go wrong? Because that's what you asked yourself. I don't know you. I don't know your mom. She's a subscriber. I know her through the channel. But I can promise you, I know you asked yourself, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? And again, sometimes it's nothing you did wrong. It's nothing you did wrong. That's just how it happens. Because you can't make somebody love you. You can't make somebody want you. But I can promise you this, there's somebody out there better. I was talking to my mom yesterday, and my mom said something that I forgot about a long time ago. She said, you reap what you sow. So this little guy that broke your heart, 20 years from now, 10 years from now, maybe 10 months from now, if I still have this channel going, reach out to me and tell me. I guarantee you, he's going to reap what he sowed. You can't hurt people like that. Think nothing's going to come up. It just doesn't happen that way. It does not revolve like that. It doesn't. So I want you to keep your head up. And I want you to promise me that Monday, when you go back to school, keep your head up. Smile. If you want to reach out to me, your mom has my Instagram. Reach out to me on it. I will give you all the advice you want because you're young, and I really did feel bad. When your mom reached out to me, I felt really bad. All the subscribers I've talked to have all been adults. This is the first time that I'm actually giving advice on this channel to a teenager. And I hate that it's under these circumstances that she had her heart broke. But her mom really wanted me to reach out and try to help her. Her mom told me I'm a single parent and I've tried, and the father's not into her life, so he can't really help her, or he don't choose to help her, which that always makes me scratch my head on that as well. So I don't have a problem helping her, but I want her to listen to me again. I wrote that poem. I sat up when I came back from my mom's house last night. I was thinking about this whole situation and whether or not I wanted to do this video. And then I decided, yeah, she wants my help. And so last night I sat up and wrote that poem with you in mind. So again, the title of the poem is The Pain Will Fade. And believe me, it will. It might not seem like it right now, but it will. It gets better. Will you ever get over the little guy? I can't tell you that. I've had people break my heart, and days, it's some days I'm okay, some days I'm not. Just that's how it works in this world we live in, unfortunately. But you're gonna be okay. And again, reach out to me anytime you want for advice. I'm glad you watched the channel. Again, I not to hurt your feelings or try to sound, but I did not realize. I knew I had a couple of teenagers that watched, but I didn't realize that you watched it with your mom. But I'm glad you do. I hope I was saying something tonight that'll help you. But you gotta realize that pain will fade. It's not gonna fade right now, but it will. But I want you to promise me you're gonna keep your head up. You walk into that school on Monday, you walk into that school with your head hung high. Believe me, don't give him the power. I don't know you personally, but I think you know enough to know. Don't let him see you moping. Don't do it. It's not good. Even if you walk in there Monday and you still hurting, that's fine. But don't let him see it. Don't give him the power. Again, he'll reap what he sowed. It happens. So to that subscriber, ma'am, I hope I helped. I hope your daughter and you are watching. I hope I helped. I really debated, and it really touched me when you said you walked past her room and she was in there crying. So she has access to me. I hope I helped. So with that being said, maybe I'll get this live thing worked out. But until then, I always got topics, and I'll be back next week. Again, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And until next video, peace.